Negativity bias is the tendency for people to focus more on negative experiences, emotions, or information than positive ones. This psychological effect causes negative events to have a stronger impact on thoughts and behaviour compared to equally intense positive events. For example, a single criticism may feel more significant than multiple compliments, or a mistake may stand out more than many successes. Negativity bias influences decision-making, relationships, and mental well-being by shaping how individuals perceive and respond to their environment. Now let's look at some examples of negativity bias. One example of negativity bias is when a person dwells on a single negative comment, despite receiving mostly positive feedback. Even if a student gets high grades on several assignments, they may focus only on the one test they failed, letting it overshadow their overall success. Another example is how people remember negative news more vividly than positive news. A person might easily recall a tragic event they saw on the news, but struggle to remember a positive story from the same day. Since negative information feels more urgent, it tends to stay in memory longer. Now let's look at some causes of negativity bias. One cause of negativity bias is evolutionary survival instincts. In early human history, focusing on potential dangers, such as predators or harmful situations, helped people avoid threats and stay safe. This heightened awareness of negative experiences became hardwired into the brain over generations. Another cause is the way the brain processes emotions. Negative events activate the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for emotional responses, more intensely than positive events. As a result, negative experiences are processed more deeply, making them easier to remember and harder to ignore. Now let's look at some consequences of negativity bias. One consequence of negativity bias is increased stress and anxiety. When people focus too much on negative experiences, they may feel overwhelmed or discouraged even when things are going well. This can lead to excessive worry and difficulty enjoying positive moments. Another consequence is that negativity bias can affect relationships. If someone repeatedly focuses on their partner's mistakes instead of their positive qualities, it can create unnecessary conflict. This bias can also lead to mistrust or resentment if small negative interactions are given too much importance. Now let's look at an alternative to negativity bias. One way to counter negativity bias is through cognitive reframing, which involves actively shifting focus toward positive experiences. By intentionally recognizing and appreciating good moments, people can balance their perspectives and reduce the impact of negative thoughts. Another alternative is practicing gratitude. Keeping a gratitude journal, where positive experiences are recorded daily, helps retrain the brain to notice and value positive aspects of life. Over time, these practices can weaken the effects of negativity bias and improve emotional well-being.